Welcome
That's it.
everybody to another episode of Living Tal'Dorei.
We're going to be banned on Twitter.
We will be banned on Twitter. We will be banned everywhere, particularly in Germany. Well, welcome. So, a quick resume. Last week was saving Bazir from undeath. With the help of the Raven Queen, Fabius and Womble enticed her to come, the chosen of the Raven Queen, to come and prevent Bazir turning into a vampire. They recruited the help of a unknown cleric of Bahamut, who they attempted to bribe afterwards with alcohol, and successfully managed to free the undeath from him. Then they went shopping to Gilmore's Glorious Goods, and they haven't seen Gilmore for a while now. He's out gallivanting around and doing other things, but Sherry was in attendance, and they then went to the abode of a rather strange and eccentric goblin by the name of Ashtak, and spent a lot of money and a lot of time there, and Ashtak almost died several times. Fabius decided to go to an expensive tavern and buy some wine from Wildmount to formally welcome Fen to the Waffle House. Not knowing any better, he bought a concoction called Wild Mother's Milk. Back at Le Vieux Croc, the tavern where they are staying, they look to toast Fen, and just as they did that, Bazir walks down the stairs with Florrie holding him up, saying that he should go back to bed, but Bazir was adamant he'll come down and see the rest of the company. The bottle was opened of Wild Mother's Milk. I don't know if you've seen the picture of Wild Mother's Milk. It looks very appetizing. Ashtags and other consumables on your sheet, and a cup has been proffered to everybody. Over to you. The evening is yours.
Is there anyone to take that scum on the top? Because I'll have it.
You are more than welcome to it.
Brilliant. Womble will try and make a little sieve and scoop out, or not a sieve, the opposite of a sieve. No, a sieve. A sieve is the thing I want. And try and get out all the scum from the top.
How much of this have you drunk already?
Well, last session, I had already had half a bottle of wine. I'm on one glass of whiskey now.
Helps the creative juices flow.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I'd like to get one handful of scum, please.
So Bazir,
Yes.
you stagger down the stairs and you sit down with your colleagues. You've got greyness under your eyes. You look unwell, but you don't look like you are going the wrong way. Florrie disappears off and starts to serve other guests in this inn. There is a single harpist in the background playing music as this cup of white, slightly off-white curdle liquid is given to you.
Okay. Bottoms up. I think I need a drink.
Just gonna put my hand on your shoulder quickly and say, "Be careful, that may kill you."
What?
Oh, nothing.
What is it? It's just wine, right?
No, I'm just saying, you've had a very long day.
Doesn't seem that long. I've only been awake for 10 minutes.
Good point. Well, I suppose you can't kill death. Go for it.
This is true.
Just drink around the scummy bit at the top.
Give it to me.
That's the good bit. Or is it Fen, as our expert wild man person? What's the good part of the wine?
The
Fen,
end
you
of it.
have never come across this wine in your life.
Okay. I have no idea, Fabius. Why don't you try it? Tell me.
Oh, look, he's so modest. Oh well, that must be that the scum's the good bit then.
Oh, Womble, would you like my scummy bit?
Yes, please.
Okay, there you go. Have a bit of that.
Nice.
Are you just like holding it like a snowball now in your hand?
Yeah, and I'm looking at Fabius as well, just dead in the eyes. You ready, Fabius?
I'm gonna have a sniff of this quickly.
Okay, make a nature. If you got alchemy skills,
I have herbalism. I don't have alchemy, unfortunately.
herbalism. No, do you have nature skills?
I do not have nature proficiency.
Okay, well, just make an intelligence roll for me, please.
Intelligence roll. 14.
It smells a bit putrid and a bit horrible, but this was a lot of money, so it must be very good.
Well, yeah, must be very good. All right. Well, bottoms up. Chin chin.
Where's my hands?
Clang the glass.
So who's celebrating the who's toasting Fen joining the group?
I.
Fen feels it would be rude to toast himself.
Oh, don't be silly. Here you go, and I'll thrust the mug into his hand. Come on, you're joining the team. You should get involved in this.
I'm just going to pretend like I'm drinking it.
Okay.
I'm going to cast minor illusion and make it look like I am drinking it.
Okay, could you make a performance roll for me then, please?
Oh,
Oof, nailed it.
21.
And then everybody else makes insight rolls.
That's a natural 20,
Ooh.
I think.
I'll be amazed at how well he's drinking it.
Can anybody beat a 20 on an insight? 20 plus whatever performance rolls he's got.
It does not look that way.
Nope.
No. Okay. So,
No.
Fen has consumed his rapidly, and he puts it down on the table, with his hand on top of the glass. Everybody else who's drinking, is there everybody else having a glass?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, let's go through everybody. Dak, could you make a Constitution roll for me, please? Constitution saving throw.
Sure. Oh, that's a 17.
This is strange, but you quite like it, and it's giving you a strange buzzing inside. Jordan, could you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
16.
You get a tingle as well. You really like this. Fabius, could you do one?
Constitution.
Yep.
That's 13 plus 2, 15.
Again, this is nice stuff. Actually, it's worth 200 gold pieces. You think it smells much worse than it tastes?
Oh, fantastic.
Bazir, can you do this at disadvantage as well, please, because of your parlous state?
Yep, that's a 17.
Okay. Again, you feel it's like tingling on your toes, and it's actually rather pleasant. Womble.
please fail. Oh no, I'm gonna slap my guy. There you go. Oh, it's a 14.
Okay, so fine. It's very nice. Again, you feel a slight warmness to your extremities, and you just feel everything starting to relax. It's been a stressful day, and you enjoyed it. You enjoyed this drink. So you've had so between you've had a third of this bottle.
Oh, lovely.
More?
Does the cork go back in neatly, or is this once you've opened it, you've got to drink it kind of deal?
It's a strange contraption. You can put it back in again, but it's not quite as solid as seal.
Well, we have a choice. Shall we finish the drink or wait till next time?
I
Well,
think we should finish it.
that's enough for me, I think. But Fabius, I know you've got an awful lot of experience in finishing drinks, so I'll leave this in your capable hands.
Oh, my experience is I should hold on to this. It could come in useful. You know, next time we're facing down an ant horde of death.
Good idea.
Disinfecting wounds it may not do.
I don't know. I get the feeling if I poured this stuff on a wound, my arm would fall off.
That's one way to fix the wound.
Where would you feel the pain, Fabius?
You wouldn't. That's the thing. I'd get drunk just by exposing it to open blood.
Good thinking.
Oh yeah, your dragon man is doing better. One of the dwarves from the nearby table who you've met previously comes up. I see you toasting him. Yeah. Is that something which is nice? I don't know that.
Oh, well, here. Let it never said we're not a generous party, and I'll pour him a dwarf-size mug and offer him some.
Isn't that the whole rest of the bottle?
Dwarves are small in stature, but large in pints, so I need a big portion.
I mean, Fabius is just sort of intrigued to see what happens. So,
Okay.
let's hope this is money well spent.
And he drowns it. You give him sort of a half a mug full of this curdled yak milk, and he drowns it one and goes, tastes terrible, but I like it. Ick, welcome. Thank you for that. What are we celebrating?
We are celebrating a new person joining our group.
What are you doing? Who's it? Joined your group then?
It's this one here, and I will try and grab the illusion of Fen.
No, I don't think Fen is an illusion. He just illusioned drinking it.
Oh, he didn't keep it up. Oh, shame. This one here.
Welcome to your whatever your group is called. Nice to know you. We're the Rolling Stones. You probably heard of us.
I've heard you do quite a performance.
We do.
Oh, no, we have heard about you. Do you remember they were sent to the forest? They killed the Beatles.
Hey.
We did kill a bit. We were better than the Beatles.
Although
Beatles are nothing. We could just squash Beatles.
Although I have heard of a group which comes from Marquette, the Oasis. Apparently they're very similar.
Nah, not to us they are. We set trends. Oh.
What about a show?
Nice to see you. Welcome to this group, whatever you've got. And he walks away. And as he walks away, he keeps hiccuping.
I know. I'm going to turn back to the team and say that was 100% worth it.
What should you do to him, Fabius?
And Fabius, you can see he goes back to his table and with his other mates there who give him a pint of beer and he drowns it and he keeps hiccuping and his compadres sort of start taking the mickey out of him somewhat.
Oh, those Rolling Stones, they do know how to mess with each other. Almost jagged with each other.
Oh, God.
Oh, this is getting torturous now.
It's too much.
I'm here all night.
Would you stop that now?
Only if you drink it.
One of them goes to go to the front door, starts to paint it black. They get them to their wild stallions. Oh, sorry, we're going wrong way. Okay, so what are you doing? It is the evening.
My suggestion is, why don't we get some pies and enjoy the evening, and then let's go look for something to do tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
I was so disappointed Bazir made his saving throw.
Oh, I don't know what would have happened.
Can I just share this with you, please? Dragonborn.
Frost hiccups.
Start seeing everything like in an opera.
Oh, God.
Will it be that each time Baz replied to us in his head, he's replying in song?
Yeah.
Has to sing everything. Anyway, you pass. So that's where we go. There we go.
Oh, shit.
But Bazir, you do feel sort of a slight. There's a slight tune within you. There's music that wants to come out, but you managed to calm it down. You don't quite feel up to that.
Okay. Well, I'd like to say something to the group, if I can. Next time we get a round of drinks, I'd like to raise a glass to everyone. When I was under, it was your voices that I heard that brought me back. Which means there must be some kind of connection here. I think that's quite depressing, but it's true.
I was going to say, if you heard our voices, why the hell did you come back?
Yeah, I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment, Baz.
Ignore them, Bazir. You and me, we're the only ones who've ever conquered death.
And we do it well.
Well,
I toy with it quite a lot.
my arm still hurts quite a bit, but in your case, yeah.
Well, the living we don't do brilliantly, but coming back from death.
Absolutely nailed
well.
that.
Zia, did you see the ferryman as well? You know, the one that takes leaks.
The fairy man.
The ferry. That's
I
it,
did
wasn't it?
see a little man with wings and a little wand.
Different
Ah,
fairy.
Oh no, not the same one.
The ferryman. Yeah, that's right, isn't it, Fabius? That's what you told me.
Yes, I told you about the ferryman.
Did you see him, Baz?
Bazir, there's a faint taste of leek in your mouth at the moment.
I don't remember everything, but I'm just getting a hint of it. Maybe I did, and the memory's just not there anymore.
Ah.
Got nothing to do with the fact that Womble tried to force feed you a leak.
There's no leak.
Okay, well, yeah, thank you, Baz.
Well, of course, me and you still have some unfinished business.
No, we don't.
Oh, another drink, please.
Watcha. You're not drinking any of that rubbish here, are you? There you go. And Marshall comes up to you. I could pop an ale. I'll put it on your tab.
Oh, thank you, Marshall. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Well, a gentleman at any rate.
Well, a bloke.
No.
You are a person.
That you're right with.
I'll just take my
there's
ale,
a couple
please.
of ales in front of you all, which tastes so much nicer, or cheaper, than that yak milk.
Well, what are we doing tomorrow then?
Well,
Well, my suggestion is there's two people who have hired us consistently in this town.
We should try someone else.
I think you're right. I think our goal should be let's go to Wildmount. Let's steal a ship and go to Wildmount.
okay. What's in Wildmount?
I don't know. I just
Wild
fancy going there.
Mountains.
I feel compelled to go to Wildmount.
I see.
Fabius, I hate you. But anything you want to do, you can do.
But seriously, don't.
Oh, why don't we go see if we can find Dyson tomorrow? He usually pays for us to do stuff.
What about Vasselheim?
Oh, you know what? I can't actually remember where Vasselheim is.
It's somewhere around here.
It's not on this continent. It's far off to the west.
So we'll be sitting a boat in Dawn then?
Yeah. It's the two boats.
Or we could just go and see what Dyson's up to.
No, I think he's got the right idea. Let's split up into two parties. One can go to Wildmount and one can go to Vasselheim.
Brilliant.
Meet back here in a year and see who survived.
I'm only joking, of course. I think let's go see Dyson or Rosie or someone who gives us stuff to do for money.
Well, it's late in the evening. So you can go now if you wish.
I think it's... Who's got good etiquette? Fen, is it rude to go to someone's house in the evening
Not
if
with
they're
an
not expecting you?
It depends on how amicable one is with.
It's
said
not a no,
person.
guys. It's not a no.
Let's go.
Is
I need little
What?
in the way of sleep. I'd be happy to go now.
Why do I have visions of all of us now drunkenly stumbling down, singing, dancing, banging on the wrong door about 15 times before we find the right one?
You said that 15 times, Jordan, as we stumble down the street drunkenly.
how close to death's door is Baz? Because his character sheet says I have 5 hit points and minus 20 temporary hit points.
You need a good night's sleep.
Okay. Well, I may well leave you to it then, guys, and I'm going to crash for the night because I don't feel like dying on the street.
Oh, well, it's no fun if Baz doesn't come. Oh well, let's do it in the morning.
I think that's sensible.
Very reasonable.
That's boring, no.
Don't tell him it's sensible. He'll want to do it even more.
I look around in shock horror as someone shouts "Dad!"
You know what? I actually thought that was in my
Scared me.
house for a minute.
Yeah.
And Jordan looks round. There's no one there.
Ah,
Oh, I like that. Good touch, DM, adding to the extra tension of the scene. I don't know how you do it.
Well, 3 bottles of beer help.
Oh, okay. I am going to chill out for the rest of the evening and then go to bed at a reasonable hour. So, like 12.
Sounds like a plan.
Fabius, when I arrived in the city, I noticed that they were doing lots of repairs to many of the streets with various posts and things to redirect people. Perhaps you might like to go and move them, rearrange them after a few more pints.
And
Tell you
into a
what.
never-ending labyrinth.
If you buy me one more round, I'll do anything you want, within reason.
Well, hey, that's quite an offer.
Is it compulsory to marry within the group?
It has happened.
Rather
not-
incestuous, though, but there we go.
I mean, no, but equally, ever since they got married, no one else has died in this group. Except for me. But, I got better.
We could all marry each other.
I think I'll pass on that.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Polygamy
I'm
not your
already
thing?
spoken for.
Oh, okay.
I was.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to bed.
So the evening is late, and you all wend your way up to your respective rooms. Fen, you can just meditate. You don't need to sleep, and you start to look at your books that you have found in your travels. You try to scribe them into your spell book,
Yeah.
if you wish. You go to sleep. It is night time. It is dark. It is cold end of autumnal rain. Fabius, with your passive perception of 19, though, you get woken up.
Who's there?
You look up. There's a raven looking at you through the window. And as you turn to look at it, it flies away.
God damn it, they're like pigeons. I knew I shouldn't have fed it. I'm gonna go back to bed.
You go back to sleep. The morning comes. The bard has stopped playing
Abruptly.
abruptly.
Yes.
You've been strangled by something.
Yeah.
It's murder mystery
It's a little
time.
quiet,
It is the morning. Bazir is looking refreshed. There's still a little bit of a dullness to his scales, but the silver gleam is coming back. He looks like his old self. It is raining outside. almost sleet. You go down for breakfast, and you're offered bread and cheese, which you will take. But Fen, you find this fare very plain, but it's something you've got used to whilst you've been here. It is the morning. What do you wish to do?
We heading off to Dyson's this morning, or are we delaying it even further?
I was thinking it might be an idea to go and visit the Temple of the Raven Queen again. Talk about all these undead that keep cropping up. You were teleported somewhere with undead, and then we found more out in the woods.
Mm.
Seems a bit of a coincidence.
Couldn't hurt to ask.
Ugh, I have to go there anyway. I owe them money.
You seem to owe everyone money, Fabius.
No, I just owe people who almost killed me / brought me back to life money. And this case-
Fabius, when you woke up this morning and you did your toilet, you saw there was a black mark on your chest.
Oh dear.
Very
That's not-
small, but it was there. I've not seen it before.
Oh, man. That's probably the least of worries on my chest at the moment. Yeah. Yes, I think we should go to this Raven Queen's temple.
Okay. So do you all go?
As well.
No, well,
Yeah.
Fenrir, so
May as well.
Yeah.
Birds of a feather flop together.
So you walk across the port area of Emond, and you cross a number of the canals which are doing early morning trade, and you get to the cemetery district. Those of you who've known Emond from before know that the Temple of the Raven Queen used to be based in the Temple district, but it had been flattened during the attack of the Chroma Conclave. So this is the temporary temple, and you go to where it is. The ravens are sitting on the tree. The sky is grey and cold. There's a chill breeze coming in from the sea. Caw, caw, as they call down to you. The mausoleum is there. You see some people leave in front of you. There's a family. There's a mother there crying as she runs out with her children.
Fen bows low out of respect.
Top of the stair, at the top of the mausoleum, there's one of the acolytes there wearing white. Hello, my children. You seek audience with the Raven Queen.
Maybe just spokesperson?
Have you lost somebody?
Yes, but that's not really the reason we're here.
Come on in. And she beckons you in, and there's the open area at the top of the mausoleum with the steps going down, which you stay in. What can the Raven Queen do for you today?
I think it's more a case of what we can do for you. You see, your speaker brought our dear friend Bazir, and I'll pat him on the back and push him slightly in front of me, back to life. And we owe her a great favor.
The Chosen, yes, she is in meditation at the moment. I will speak for her.
Okay. So,
And this person here is a young acolyte in front of you. Again, another young woman. She's got black hair. She's got white robes. The white robes are for the acolytes, for the beginners. But her skin is starting to get porcelain-like and slightly translucent.
Well, I'll offer my thanks for saving me from death or worse.
I think the Raven Queen will accept thanks and more.
And more?
A raven flies in through the door and lands on her shoulder. Caw! Caw! And looks at you, Fabius.
I will
I
offer
see
him. Yeah.
The Raven Queen has visited you.
Has she now?
She owns you.
Don't like the sound of that. Being owned.
And the Raven. So I'm doing another conversation here by sign language. And the Raven crawls again and flaps out of the door. She has you marked. Whether that be good for good or for ill, only the mistress knows. And you feel, Fabius, a slight shudder going up your spine.
Way he's telling it doesn't sound particularly good, Fabius.
Only 46. Not that old.
That's still a young man.
Oh, you would know, Grandad. Maybe.
Oh.
Come sit on my knee and I'll smack your...
Are you sure she wasn't looking at this one over here? And I'm going to gesture over to.
Yeah, he's nice and right.
I mean,
So why are you at you're here at the Raven Queen's temple?
well,
What can I do for you?
you have done us a favor, so we thought it's only fair that we give you something back. Do you take gold?
Can you make an insight roll for me, please?
Insight.
Yeah.
That is 10 plus. It's wisdom insight, isn't it? 10 plus 3, 13.
You can see a slight light in her eyes. Yes. The Raven Queen does take gold.
Great. I've got to work
Gold
out.
is always helping because we are trying to rebuild the main temple.
Okay, Bazir, hopefully you don't take offense to this, but this is roughly how much I think you're worth, and I will give her 2,000 gold pieces.
So you take a great big sack of coin out and she struggles to carry it. Oh my! Oh, the Raven's Queen's blessings be on you. And another younger acolyte comes up who's can't be more than about 12 or 13, and she gives the coins for this and whispers to them. And they take it down the stairs, which are in the centre of this room, into the depths of this mausoleum. The Raven Queen thanks you.
That's great. I mean, if you could put in any favors for me, that would be great.
Being marked by the Raven Queen is a favour enough.
Is it though?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, it is.
fair enough. Well, tell her to buy herself something nice. Or however it works.
It doesn't work that way, but it will help us rebuild the temple and help those people pass on to new worlds.
That's good.
It is. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Yes, there is.
Ah,
Oh, thank God for that. Okay, here you go. Move to the back.
We have come across the undead. Well, I have come across and defeated the undead once with some help from my colleagues. who apparently also stumbled through a den of undead, led by some minor necromancer of probably no great skill, but anyway, they struggled to survive and came out. Anyway, enough about that. Undead everywhere, and
She looks slightly confused as you talk your common is difficult language for you because you're used to conversing in Elvish, and she looks very confused because you're using the words slightly longer than she can understand.
undeath. I spoke of it briefly with your mistress the other day. It seemed as if she had more to tell on the subject. There are whispers of the name of Vecna.
Caw, caw, caw. Outside, all the crows, the ravens fly away.
They scare
There's
easily
a cold
the birds.
breeze that just washes through the room. The dampness on your clothes from the rain almost freezes. Please, don't mention that word here. The mistress will not like this name mentioned here.
Which word?
No! One will start singing it.
You're going to start singing what?
Just Vecna.
Shh! Please don't.
We're going.
Is there
And
power in the
actually
name
outside, the ravens they're flocking around this building and they're cawing. Ah, 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 ah.
Spooky. Go.
And suddenly you can't speak anymore. She's
Oh my
her
God, it's a
hand
miracle.
is in front of her, and you can see that she's holding up a palm in front of you. You cannot say that name here, and none of you can hear the sound of the. Everything goes quiet.
Oh, I was enjoying the monastery's chants.
You can't hear nothing. And after 30 seconds. Ah, ah, ah. And she says to you, Womble, do not do that again, or you will embrace the ire of the Raven Queen.
Spooky.
And the ravens settle on the tree, which is skeletal now this time of the year, outside. And she just stands and waits for you to do anything.
Fen, did you want to reenact the zombie killing scene through the use of magic?
Did I? What
The
the?
Sorry, the vampire scene is what I mean.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I could certainly do that. Yes, I could demonstrate what we saw in the woods with a. It's a mere trifle, dear boy. Of course.
She holds up
Oh,
her
aren't
hand.
you sweet?
She holds up her hand and says, "This is not for discussion here or with me. There are others who may need to know this, but the Chosen is in meditation. She's communing with our mistress. If you wish to talk to her about this, come back another time."
Very well. We may as well go and earn some more coin in the interim, chaps. Unless the stench of undeath is elsewhere and we need to smite it down.
And you can see her shudder as you mention undeath again. Womble makes an enemy of the Raven Queen.
Yeah.
He just wants to speak to her. Is she the ferryman?
With the Raven. So
No.
you're just hanging around there, are you? Just waiting.
No, Fabius, your 2,000 gold pieces lighter. Why don't we go and earn coin?
I'm not in the building anymore. I'm outside.
Everyone quickly evacuated when I started singing.
Pretty much, yeah.
I am making a deliberate effort to empty out all my pockets, which have got little bits of breadcrumbs all over it.
Yeah.
I'm leaving a breadcrumb trail for all the birds.
Okay, so
Maybe
the
maybe they'll
ravens are
put
there. There are no other birds around here in this area.
maybe they'll put a good word in for me.
And as they just sit on the trees and they watch you leave. And as you leave the cemetery district, you see the ravens fly to the ground and just consume what breadcrumbs you have left.
Well,
Well,
that went well.
That was cheerful.
Yeah.
And they caw as they take off back to a tree. And Fabius, you think within their cawing, you hear, "You are mine now."
Stalker alert!
Didn't hear anything. Sorry, what? Let's go to Dyson's.
I might.
So you go back into the central district, and there's a bustle of activity there. Almost although it is cold, rain, it feels warm compared to the chill of the cemetery district. There's activity. There are people bustling around, selling wares. There are shops open. The canals are getting busier. Not as busy as in the height of the summer, but there's a lot of building work being done around here. As you walk through this area, you see very rapidly buildings are being created by the mages of the Alabaster Lyceum and the Toltus Academy, and the whole area is a rapidly developing and rebuilding cosmopolitan district. You walk to Abdar's Promenade. You go to Dyson's. The building is unassuming. It says Dyson's shipping, and you go through the door and ding 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 as you enter. And behind the desk you see Claire, Dyson's secretary. She's sitting there, her brown hair curled down the side of her face. She's wearing glasses, spectacles to help her see, and she looks up and smiles welcomingly at the door as you enter. There's a clock ticking. Ah, well, hello there, my brave adventurers. It's good to see you again. Have you come to help the boss with his next bounty?
Oh, yes. That's exactly why we're here.
Attempt to.
Wonderful. I knew you would come. You know, he speaks quite highly of you, you know. And she gives you a wink.
Does he?
Then I wink at Jordan.
Give Jordan a wink.
And one will just call it out.
Yep.
Stop it, you two. Just do something about it already. Leave. Interfering with my connectivity.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about.
They're winking.
I have. Mr. Branch is just busy at the moment. I'll tell you what. I will give you some refreshments, and you have chairs which you sit down on, which you are becoming accustomed to, which are lined up, and you always feel quite uncomfortable in this space. It's very quiet. Anybody like anything to eat?
Yes. Have you got any cakes? I would love
Actually,
a cake.
I do. And in front of her, they has this porcelain cover, and she lifts it up, and inside you see little lemon cakes and little finger sandwiches, cucumber sandwiches.
Oh, it's very sophisticated.
This is a special recipe, come from a long, long way away.
I mean, it tastes magical.
They are. Actually, they are really rather fun. The recipe, I actually cooked these myself last night.
Did they look like
These cucumber
sandwiches?
sandwiches are the best in the district, even if I say it myself.
Hang on, you cooked cucumber sandwiches?
Yes,
Did you
I
mean you
baked
cooked
the
the
bread.
bread?
Yes, I cooked the bread myself. Yes.
And cook the cucumbers. You should try that. Cooked cucumber is quite nice.
Really, I've never tried it.
Yeah.
That's something I would consider.
Yeah, they're highly recommended by Fabius.
I'm not sure I'm keen on this cucumber stuff. Tastes like chewy water.
Oh, she looks quite disappointed as you say that. I will have you know, I did win a prize for my cucumber sandwiches.
Oh, don't. The bread is delicious, but I'm not too keen on this squishy green stuff.
You need it cooked.
It's the cucumber. It's called the El Tahir Prize
Ah,
for cucumber sandwiches.
Nice.
good to know.
If you don't like them, never ever eat gherkins.
Oh,
They're like
gherkins.
the evil little cousin of cucumbers. Just stay away.
Evil little cousin.
And just before Bazir is going to eat a sandwich, she says, "Oh, hold it a second," and she takes it from your mouth, and she opens it up, and she takes out a green serrated thing, which is slightly pickled. Puts it back.
Purify it.
You nearly poisoned me.
See, this is why you shouldn't eat green stuff.
You just have it charred, right?
Yep, just cook everything to a crisp.
Should we go outside and cook one? Dak.
No,
Wait.
this green stuff is beyond saving. No amount.
Honestly, try cooked. Fabius told us it's a good idea.
Yeah, I'll pass on this one. I think
Okay.
lemon cake's good though.
You're missing out. Bob was just looking upwards, kind of like his nose up at you and sort of giving you the side eye.
She rings the bell on her desk. Ding!
Oh.
And Womble just stops momentarily.
Like a bloodhound.
Triggered.
Yeah.
Well, ooh.
And you eat your sandwiches. She offers you tea in little porcelain cups.
Ooh, I'll have a cup of tea.
It's very nice.
Does she have a dome as well, by any chance?
Make a perception roll.
Certainly. I can never find perception. There we go. It's right there. It's a 7.
No, not that you can see.
Ooh, it's one solid colour.
Fen, this is actually quite civilized. This is probably the most civilized thing you've had since you've been in this rather barbaric continent.
And not
Cucumber
before
sandwiches.
time. At last, we are associating with the higher quality of patron.
And as you say that, a door opens from behind the desk, which Claire is sitting behind.
I am actually putting the kettle on as we speak.
I'll have a coffee, please. And in comes Dyson. Now you can see him a little bit like Phantom of the Opera now. He's put his mask on the side of his face, and his arm is held at his side with a glove on. The mask is, you can tell, those of you who have Arcana skills realise that this is ensorcelled, and so it's when he talks and he moves, it moves with him, but there's a plane, there's a mask there. Ah! Yeah! Yes, it's the, what do you call yourself? The
Waffle House.
The Baffle House. Waffle
Waffle.
House, that's right. Well, I thought, I haven't even... Oh, Claire, have I actually put out the advertisement yet? I don't think... Oh, well, Wand, I'm glad you're here. Look, I've got a job for you. You know, last time we met, we talked about how to close the Thordax crater. Well, I've got an idea about how to do this now. But I need that ruby. I need a large ruby. And he holds two hands in front of him. And he holds it. It's basically a ruby the size of a large melon. I need a ruby this size to contain the elemental fire.
That's a really big ruby.
It is a big ruby. I think I may have a lead. Come into my office.
Sure.
And you follow him in.
Take a few extra lemon cakes as I go in.
Those lemon cakes are like good brews, by the way. So they'll give you a day's worth of sustenance because they're so nice. And he's as you know, his office is very meticulous. He's got a large walnut desk. His pens are lined up next to each other. There's a clock in the corner. And there's a row of chairs there. There are 6 chairs now. There's a few more in the back wall behind him. Sit! Now, I'm glad you're here because I got a job for you. I think I know where this ruby may be. Where, I hear you ask?
Far away.
Yes. Well, it's rather strange, really, because my great grandfather had a strange hobby. He liked to delve into antiquity. He is what we call an archaeologist. It wasn't much of a sort of thing that people did in that time. He didn't get any respect. Didn't get the respect he deserved. But I heard this once or twice when I was growing up. But I came across his name again when I was going through accounts in the Toltus Academy. Merrick, who I think you have met, he's pointing me towards a potential place where this ruby could be. It's called the Shade Barrow. Could all of you make... actually, Fabius, could you make a history roll for me, please?
History roll, eh? That is... Oh, my God. 18 plus 1, 19.
Okay, you've heard of the Shade Barrow. It is a...
We've gone past it.
There is a legend in Westruun of a count, a baron, I beg your pardon, Baron Halthus, who created a lot of wealth and then got buried with his wealth and put up a lot of wards and charms so that his wealth would stay with him. Perhaps he even used quite a lot of leeks as well.
Well, excuse me.
And have been a lot of people around the Western area have heard of this, and a few adventurers have tried to look for it. And no one has ever found it and come back in one piece. A few people have said they've got there, but they've come back and they are a shade of what they were. Come back to their families, and almost invariably within a year, disaster struck and the family died and they died.
You're really selling it, Dyson.
So this is what Fabius knows. So it's sort of like a local legend. And Blas goes, apparently there was sort of a while ago, there's a dust up about a horn of some sort, and all available law on Orcus was dredged up to deal with this. I don't know much of the details because it's all very hush hush. But when I was looking through this, I realised that the event was called Vox Machina. They'd actually been here, and actually they're the only people who've been there and survived.
Oh, interesting. I mean,
Nobody knows
terrible
exactly
group
where
name.
it is, though.
we were told, I remember growing up in Westwood, we were told never to go near the barrow. It's cursed.
Ah, it is cursed. It is cursed. It is a home of the undead.
Oh, well, you've called the right people. We're getting experts at this now.
But my great-grandfather went there, and there is some coincidence, I find, that his name, this tomb that he looked for, was mentioned in the writings in the academy. And so actually you could do two things for me. One, and he held up his right hand, his left is limp at his side. One, you could retrieve the ruby if it is there. And secondly, and this is a personal favour, you find out what happened to my great-grandfather.
Ah, well, we'll do what we can for you, Dyson, of course. But it's a dangerous place.
It is, and that is why I am willing to pay 15,000 gold pieces for this ruby. Anything you uncover in the crypts of the Shade Barrow will be yours as well, for good or for ill. Anything that goes badly wrong for you is unfortunately your problem. You know the standard contract?
Oh, yeah,
Ben-
we
Ben
know the
takes
game.
a loud slurp of tea and says, "It'll be holy water we want then, rather than tea."
Well, if you will find what you need where you need it. I think the undead are likely to be prevalent. And just remember, Orcus is, and he looks around as he says that, Orcus is not to be taken lightly. And those of you who are of this world have all heard of Orcus. Orcus is a demon from the abyss who is ultimately in control of all undead.
Oh.
I did find this one passage in a book about the Shade Barrow. It's only a single line. It says, "Almost no one has returned alive. Everyone we know who did return did so as wailing spirits doomed to haunt their loved ones." But I'm sure that you are up to the challenge. Maybe if you go to Westrun, you can get some local knowledge about how to get to the Barrow.
I think we did a lot of fireballs, is all, and then we're sorted, really.
Fireballs, yes. They probably
Yeah.
help.
Yeah, I think. Have you got any scrolls on you?
Sorry?
Have you got any fireball scrolls on you? That would help.
And he makes an effort to look around. He says, "Actually, no, I don't."
I just stare at him. Just nodding. Fine. Guess we'll die.
I'm sure you could acquire some.
Yes.
I gather Sherry is doing good business at Gilmore's.
Yes, she's nearly run out of fireball scrolls, unfortunately. So
Oh.
she says. So I need my supply from someone else, Dyson. If you could hook me up.
Okay. Well, all I am doing is offering a contract. And are you wishing to accept?
What do you think, guys?
Sounds like a good deal to me.
Does sound like a good
And
deal.
he opens a drawer and gets out a parchment which is written on it terms of a contract. And he offers it to Womble. You'll be the person to represent your party.
I have a deficiency in my left eye tonight. Fen, could you just look this over for me, please? Thank you.
So, Fen, you get this contract which is written in plain pen. You can see that what it basically states is a simple contract on the return of a ruby of suitable size. 15,000 gold pieces will be paid to the party. but any injury, death, or mutilation or destruction of soul is not to be a issue of the of Dyson Grant's shipping, but it's something to be borne by the characters themselves. It's a disclaimer, basically.
He's getting smart to this hazard pay.
Yep.
Pretty crap for here.
Are you
There's
wishing
nothing-
to take this contract?
It all seems shipshape, above board, and generally in order.
Could you just make a investigation roll for me, please?
18.
Okay, there doesn't seem to be anything untoward with this contract that you can see. And whilst you do that, I'm just going to go to the little boy's room.
I'm going to grab a beer.
Oh,
Boys.
you.
I think we should try and haggle up to 18,000, so we would have 3,000 gold each.
Well, the question is how much would a ruby that big actually be worth?
Well, how much was the other one worth?
Well, I thought it was worth about 15,000, so that would be for the ruby, and then an extra 3,000 danger money.
Well, yes, I mean, there is something to be said for shoe leather, we'll call it.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of what the contract was for the previous ruby that we fetched from the sewers was. And that was like, it wasn't that much, was it really?
I think it was like 5,000 between us, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, it's something along those lines.
So we're saying that this ruby's 3 times larger than that one?
Or just 3 times better.
Or 3 times better, yeah. If it's more times better, then, you know, might be a haggling point.
Well, didn't he use the last one to...
Do a small crater, tiny
I'm
one.
back.
Oh no, it's going to listen to our plans. Run! Scatter everyone! Destroy the evidence!
I hide underneath the desk.
Yep. I hide behind Bazir.
I'm just going to stand there like a lemon.
Where did everyone go? What's going on? John Travolta meme.
Have you signed the document?
Yes. No. Have we?
Yes. Yes. No.
No,
Dyson. Actually, I think Fenn's going to say something.
Dyson, we thought, given the lack of information, the long journey to West Run, the blah, 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 evil curse, yada, yada, that 18,000 would be a suitable price, given that we think the ruby itself is worth 15,000 alone. We think a little extra danger money would be in order.
Okay. Could you make a persuasion roll for me, please?
Probably not. Oops. Oh, sorry, it's just done something. No, because why can't I do that?
Because you haven't got your token selected because the map
No
changed.
tokens.
Ah.
Just change that.
So you won't be able to do on this one. I'll
Oh.
move you back.
I can move the Waffle House. Excellent. Oh.
I'll move you back onto the other one.
Thank you.
Now you can do it.
Honestly, the GM, what's he doing? 23, Dyson, 23.
Yeah,
Jesus.
well, this is the contract that I have signed, but I will. I trust you will do this. I will give you an extra 1,000 gold pieces then if you get back and do this.
Each.
Each.
No. 16,000 gold pieces between you.
But Dyson, if you hang on a second, I will do quick maths in my head.
Click, click, click.
That's a really weird number to give everyone. You're giving everyone 2,666 gold pieces each with 66 copper.
It's all about the sixes.
Yes, and that represents the devil incarnate from
Wow.
another dimension.
That it does.
Yes,
It's better to round up, you see.
it is. It is. It is. I think maybe 18,000 is a good number.
Well, actually, 15,000 is more easy divisible by 6.
Yes, but it's such a
16,000 I will do because I think that you will do well.
I'll start crying slightly. But Dyson.
But this is a particularly dangerous mission, Dyson. I mean, you actually put in clauses into the contract this time, so that definitely shows that this is a particularly dangerous mission. The extra damage money just to help out, in case we need to buy extra armor or medicine,
People.
help acquire this ruby just for you. I think it's worth it.
Hold on. How about Dyson? Dyson 16,000. He's right. And Dyson is a man of the city, a man of means and integrity. Perhaps a favour of a good word for each of us to the institute of our choice from Dyson himself. A letter of promise.
I'm trying. I have a letter of promise to the Alabaster Lyceum and the mages in this city, who I have become very close to over the last few months.
Excellent. Well, there we go then.
How about this, Dyson? 16,000 gold and 4 greater healing potions. Just to help make sure we acquire this
Right.
ruby.
So you don't want to do this then?
Baz is standing at the
You
back
want the
going,
ruby?
rabble, 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 rabble.
Yeah.
Right, okay, well, and he says, well, do you wish to sign this or not? Because we have another group of dwarves turning up soon who may wish to do this.
Ah, dwarves.
Yes.
Always dwarves.
Oh,
Ben
it's
is
To be able to
dwarves.
reach the diamond ruby.
Ben will take out a very fine pen, look
I don't know if you've
at
heard of this group. They're
Fabius.
called the Rolling Stones.
Oh, not those assholes.
You do know them. I did try and get hold of one of them this morning, but he couldn't speak properly. He kept having hiccups.
How unfortunate.
Yeah.
And that's the clever one.
Well,
You see, Dyson? You see, you're putting all your faith in these, and the clever one can't speak properly. I mean, come on. We're obviously the group for it. 16,000 gold, 4 greater healing potions. We'll get you your ruby.
Right, and he says, and he rings his bell on his desk, and Claire comes in. Claire, can you get in the dwarves, I believe called the Rolling Stones, because I don't think this group are serious about taking this contract.
Fen takes out a fine pen, looks at Fabius in a sort of threatening manner, and is happy to sign the contract
Okay,
with a letter of promise to the Alabaster Lyceum in the offing.
okay, so you sign it. Because there's a scratch on the nib, there's a little splodge of ink that comes off, which really infuriates you.
Good
And you sign
callback.
it. And as soon as you do that, he gets a blotter, blots it, and rolls it up. Says, "Ah, fantastic! Okay, yes, get the Rolling Stones. We have another contract for them, but it won't be quite as well rewarding as this one." Fantastic. Well, good luck, good hunting, gentlemen, and I will see you on your return. Hopefully, with news of my great grandfather. The gods rest his soul, and a large ruby.
Just that information will be extra, just as an FYI, Dyson.
I think.
And he goes and
Be
sits
it whatever.
down.
I'll allow Fen to elaborate. He is clearly the guy to.
Burn every bridge we have.
Mhm.
Sorry,
did save his
sorry, I
life.
missed that. What was that?
I was just saying, any additional information will be extra from us.
Can somebody make an insight roll for me, please? Well, just one of you.
Okay,
Sure.
I'm on it.
No, go for Baz, yeah.
24.
Oh, you can see that he's starting to get a little infuriated. And his mask on his left side of the face, which actually has been enchanted, is starting to look a little angry, and there's a slight frown there.
Okay, everyone else, let's go. I'll start ushering people towards the door.
Don't worry about being me, Baz. Just get your husband.
And just before you leave, Bazir.
Yes.
How's Nightbane?
Nightbane has saved my life on several occasions, and I do have a gift for you if you'll accept it.
Oh. And the rest of you leave, and Bazir goes back in the office. Yes.
I have a horse that I can no longer keep with us. It's far too dangerous, and he's far too noble a beast. And I thought if you could give him a good home, I can think of no one better.
A horse.
A horse. If it's of any use to you or your house.
Well, we could always use horses to pull wagons and things.
This one in particular is quite a special beast, and I'd appreciate if it was kept out of danger. Even possibly retired, considering this is a gift.
Well, a horse which doesn't do anything is not much of a gift, but I do have estates on the outside of towns which we could retire your horse to.
It would be much appreciated.
Aren't we about to go on a long journey? Why do we want to get rid of your horse now?
Because long journeys kill my horse.
Repeatedly.
Many
do you know
times.
that you're having to cross a wall and halfway across the continent?
That be that as it may, one horse is not going to be enough if that's the case.
Right. Okay. Okay. So you say to he says, well, I will retire your horse onto our pastures. We have a small farm north of the upper slums.
Thank you very much. I will. He's currently stable at the Vier Croc, and I will let them know to expect you.
I will send Hanson.
Wonderful. And I'll take my leave.
Okay, you take your leave. You go into the foyer area, and Claire is sitting there. Did you take the contract?
We did.
Mr. Brandt was hoping you would.
After much deliberation, we accepted basically the contract he offered at the start.
Okay.
Pretty much
I
begged
knew
us.
you would. I have all the confidence in you, but just be careful. And she looks at you, Jordan.
Mm.
Just be careful. Make sure you come back.
Right, so.
You can't do more than that. And you leave Dyson's.
Are there any of the sandwiches and or lemon cakes left?
Yes, there are a few little lemon cakes left.
I'm going to swipe them on the way out.
Okay, and she offers them to you. Oh, well,
Oh.
you are a man with a hearty appetite.
Oh, it's really good, thanks.
They really are quite filling, and they are very, very, very lovely.
You have to tell me your recipe.
Ah, it's a secret recipe. Maybe I'll tell you one day.
I bet she'd tell Jordan.
And as you leave, she just her gaze just lingers on Jordan's backside as he leaves the building. Okay.
This toned pile of fat.
So you have a contract. You need to go. I'm going to change the thing now, if I can. You need to get to Westrun, and you know, sort of east of Westrun, the Shade Barrows are around there somewhere, but you need to know you don't know exactly where they are.
How long a journey is this to Westrun?
On horseback, it'll probably take you about 5 days. On walking, it'll probably take you twice as long.
Such a shame we don't have a horse we could have rented a car. Yeah.
All of us on one horse.
I think Womble can carry us. He looks like a sturdy fellow.
Jump on, Baz.
I think I would
I
crush
didn't
you.
tell.
Do you
boy.
jump on?
I will minor illusion a very small fat Womble behind me and step forward slightly. If at all possible.
I mean, it'd be rude not to give it a go, right?
Yeah, hop on.
Okay, so you hop on and you collapse onto the floor, much to everybody else's amusement.
God damn you.
Well, let's save this for later, Vizier.
Who do we know who we could borrow horses from?
Borrow
So
seems like a
you're
useful word.
you're walking down the street, and as you're doing that, you hear, "Dragon Man! It's a Dragon Man!" And a lot of about 30 children come out, all filthy, of various races. There's some elvish children. There's a half orc. There's a dwarf child who's very small, and there's a halfling child who is very tiny. All come out. And they say, "Oh, it's a Dragon Man! Dragon Man! Sweeties! Sweeties! We want sweeties!" And Bazir, they all surround you.
Okay.
Sweeties! Sweeties! Sweeties!
Can I see the little girl I've met a few times?
Oh, you recognise she's in that group as well, yeah.
All right, I'll wave her over. Give her a wave.
But they're all surrounding you, and she's going, "Sweeties! Sweeties! Mr. Dragon Man!"
Okay, I will flick that particular girl a gold piece.
And it goes in the air, and before it gets to her, it just vanishes out of the air. And one of the little children runs away with it. "I've got it, sweeties!" And they all chase after him. And they run down an alleyway. And they're all giggling and laughing.
That crowd's going to get bigger every time, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Before
A
the
lot of sweets in
inflation,
one gold
man.
piece.
Don't feed the
That's
children.
like giving
What
children
have I done?
300 quid to go and go to a sweet shop.
Oh,
The problem won't last very long because soon there'll be two chunks to be able to chase after you.
I give half the town
All will
diabetes.
die. What I was thinking.
And the giggling, laughing disappears off into the distance down one of the alleys.
Oh, should we stock up before we leave?
Yeah.
Long journey. We're going to need mounts and equipment.
Holy water. Lots and lots of holy water.
Well, could we not get the holy water and things once we're in Westrun? Is Westrun not like a town or a city or something?
Westrun is a lovely town. Although
Astro
it's,
was a
Are you
lovely town.
are you from there, Fabius?
I am from Westrun. It's been a long time since I've been back.
Are there not temples and places where we could get help finding the barrow and fighting the undead?
Oh, I mean, of course, we have temples and shrines in town, but nothing quite as extravagant as what's in Imon. It's far wealthier over here.
My
You know,
thinking.
Westrun was very badly damaged when Umbrasyl took over, and when Umbrasyl lorded over Westrun, he had a herd of Goliaths as well, who became his Garrolighters and his stormtroopers, who ruled with an iron fist until they rebelled against Umbrasyl when they were spearheaded by Vox Machina. But Westrun was very badly damaged, and it has not been rebuilt to the same level as Emon has been.
My thinking to stock up beforehand is that we've got some inroads into two separate temples now that potentially could provide us with holy water for free or at least a heavy discount.
Yeah. Bazir, it might also be worth you going to see the one of the head clerics of the Temple of Bahamut as well. He helped a lot with your kind of
Well, that's one of
Exorcism.
of the ones I was thinking of. Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I've been. Me and Barmut haven't really talked in a while.
Oh. Well, this is a perfect opportunity to go and chat then, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Does Bazir look really nervous?
Let's
Yeah.
go back here again then.
It's another shopping episode, guys.
Oh, you're back! Wonderful!
I would love to see what his interpretation of holy water was.
Unholy water.
Piss in a bottle.
Holy water! Yes, I can give you holy water. Just turn round. Close your eyes. There you
Yeah.
go,
Oh,
holy
no.
water. And it offers you a slightly warm yellow vial.
You must be the Messiah. It's not the Messiah. He's a very
Make
naughty
holy water
boy.
out of thin air.
Just don't put it in your hair, whatever you do.
Oh,
Okay, so you have been to Dyson's and he has given you a contract which has been signed by Fen for the rest of you. It is late morning, lunchtime. What do you wish to do?
As I can't put it off for too much longer, I really should go and find out why Bahamut thought it was wise to help me, considering I've not really spoke to him in a while or had much connection.
And as you look up, you see a sky ship come over. The sky port has been reopened, and a large vessel with gossamer wings and blue arcane crystals at four corners floats overhead and docks in the skyport. You see a lot of people looking up as they see this, and they know that the city is getting back on its feet again.
I turn to Fabius and go, does Western have one of those places?
How long and how much?
yep, I want one.
You need to go to Eberron to get one of those.
Although we might be able to book passage.
That's more than what I meant.
But yeah, hence my question to Fabius about, do they even have a skyport or some equivalent?
We didn't really have a skyport. We did have a big observatory, but that's gone now.
Can we just jump off the ship if it
Actually, the
passes?
observatory is still there.
Oh, is it?
It's still there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe. Yes, my memory lapses sometimes. No, it is still there. Surprisingly.
Mm. Well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to inquire if we can get passage at least near there. Might save a few days' travel. But
Are they heavily guarded? Do we know?
oh, Jesus.
My gut instinct says yes.
I don't want to be
I
a pirate.
disagree.
There's one way to
Fabius.
find out.
I think that they probably have one security guard that can wisely be disappeared.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I could sneak on board that ship and try and take it, but I don't think I'd get very far.
I think you should try Fabius.
I think we've become heavily distracted from what we were trying to do.
Yeah, sorry. I play Bazir.
No, that was our DM's fault. He dangled that in front of us.
Well,
Oh,
we've gone from holy water to grand theft ship. So
What D&D's about. Becoming air pirates.
What are you doing? You're all staring as awe. None of you have seen a sky ship before like this.
I assume the answer is no.
Actually, no. A big Bazir, you have. They used to go to Draconia.
Yeah, my small knowledge I might have of these, I assume that a small town like Westruun would not be a stopping point for these ships.
You don't know.
I don't know. Okay,
You don't
so we can certainly
You wouldn't know.
inquire
You're
then.
from the wrong continent. You wouldn't know.
Okay.
Gentlemen,
It's
I would
simple.
suggest we head to the skyport, find out how much passage cost, and if it would cost less than purchasing mounts and equipment, we take the skyship. In fact, Fen is so excited about a skyship, he would be willing to pay a little bit more money than it would cost for a mount to go on the skyship,
yeah, that seems not.
Seconds that.
knowing that if it all went wrong, he could cast Featherfall on himself and land safely back down on the earth.
You could
Can't you
try.
cast up to like 6 people as well?
Yes, be nice.
Yeah.
We have the scroll of fly. Why can't we just buy something like a car and cast fly on it and fly there ourselves?
I don't think it'll last long enough.
Yeah.
Fly lasts about an hour.
Yeah.
How many hours in a day?
Too many.
Enough.
All right.
Okay.
so
Well, that
let's
sounds
see. See
like
then.
the vague outline of a plan.
Let's go.
So you go to the skyport, yeah?
Yeah.
So
We'll
you
change our
walk
mind
to
in a
the
minute.
Cloud Top District. The smog is heavy here from Thordax Crater. The skyport is the slender tower which goes 1,000 feet into the air. It was being rebuilt by the mages after being destroyed by Thordak. There is a ship docked at the apex, and you can see these platforms that rise up and down on very long ropes and on winches. At the bottom, there was a couple of guards. You can't get within about 100 feet of it. What do you want?
Here to inquire about the.
And you can see there's other people around here looking up at this, going, "Ooh."
The stopping places of these ships. We're trying to get to Westrun.
No, they're not for hire at the moment.
Oh. Not even
maybe,
for the
if you
Waffle
come
House.
back in a few months, they will be.
Oh well, we tried.
Well,
And,
hang on a minute. Who would we have to speak to bring them online sooner?
And he points to a small little building which has been rebuilt and freshly made, which is made out of white marble stone. And there was a door there which you go in, and inside. Welcome to the Emon Skyport. We're not actually functioning yet, but we hopefully will be able to traverse the continent and the planet in suitable time. Are you here for passage?
The skyship.
And
seems
behind
to
the
be
counter,
working
you see
well.
this. There's a gnome there with bald head, white at the side, white sort of great big sort of muttons down the side, and comes up into a moustache, and he's sitting on a high stool. We're not ready to go yet, but these are our prices, and he gives you a piece of parchment. And Fen, you look at this and you splutter slightly. So it would to go to Wildmount from here to here, for instance, it would cost you about 3,000 gold pieces each. So it's a gold piece a mile.
Oof.
So, how many hours in a day?
It's just, you adventurers, I'm sure would love to go on this and avail yourself of the service. And there is a little bit of a waiting list, though. And he gets out a ledger. Yes, okay. So, who shall I say you wish to book on, and where do you wish to go to?
Well,
And he's waiting there with a quill. Yes.
I'm sorry, we're talking about buying the ship for 3,000 gold pieces each, or booking passage for 3,000 gold pieces.
Booking passage.
That's a rip-off. I'll just turn around and walk out.
Hi.
And you can see him calling some of the guards and talk to him. Pavish, what he hears is, "Can you stop these time wasters coming in? Clearly, they weren't going to go to Vasselheim or anywhere." Okay, so you leave the skyport. You look up at this slender structure that goes up into the clouds. As you look up, the rain drops onto your face.
We're not stealing one.
We will have one of them eventually.
Can we go on a guided
Gold?
tour to see how many
Until
people take
Christmas.
to fly one?
Well, I suppose they probably do need some guards, so maybe that's a job we could inquire about at some
Barter
point.
passage.
Literally.
But obviously, then we would be at the whims of the person who was hiring it. But on that note, it seems like flying may be out of the question. So let's look for a land-based vehicle instead, perhaps.
Okay.
Do these skyships make a noise?
Well, they're
Like,
so
are they
far
silent?
up, you cannot hear. What you can see is it's like a normal boat, like a schooner with sails, but it's also got horizontal sails that come out. But at the prow and at the stern, there are these great big round disc things with a blue gem in it, which is glowing.
Fen looks wistfully back and just goes, poop, poop.
I repeat, we are not stealing one.
Can we borrow without
No
mission?
borrowing with intent to return or any other way of saying.
Okay, let's go see Bahamut. If you want to go there, Baz.
We're going to see him.
You go back on yourself, back to the temple district. The temple of Bahamut is being rebuilt. It is the biggest temple in the region, which was flattened by the Chroma Conclave for understandable reasons, and is being rapidly rebuilt. You see a number of their clerics who are directing workers. There are magi there who are helping to build the temple, and it's becoming almost impossibly high already, but is not yet complete.
Okay. Is there an entrance of a type?
This is a building site. There is a functional part of this temple. There's a functional part of this temple which you can go into.
Yep.
As you're walking towards it, you see actually on the corner of your eye, Bazir, you see a temple to a god called Cord, who you are aware of, who is the god of thunder and fighting, and you have heard that there is a fighting ring in there, in this temple, and you can pray to this god by fighting.
Okay. Cord. All right. Well, let's go and see what I can get from Bahamut, and the Cord could be second choice perhaps if it doesn't go well.
God A or God B?
There is a functional secondary temple here already. The other one which is being built is going to be much more majestic. Fen, you can see that they are using green glass-type material embedded in the walls to help it fix and enlarge and become strong, which you know is a substance called residium, which is a refined from white stone.
Do they use it to make skyships?
No, they don't. But you can help. You can make sky ships with it. You can use it, but it's a very rare component, which helps give things strength, and also you know from your wizard days and your wizarding that this residium is a much sought after component to spells, because it can replicate any spell component.
Oh. Do we know
It's very
where it
expensive.
is found?
You don't know. You don't know where it's found, because you're not from this continent. But you have seen residium. It's like green powdered glass.
Probably won't be making our own skyship. Or sky dinghy, as it's more likely to be.
So there are people in the temple who are praying and giving offerings. There was a platinum altar with a dragon's head behind it, looking benefactorly over the congregation. And there was a cleric there, a priest in armour, which is silvered. A little bit like the armour, the old the Excalibur movie, that plate mail type armour, real steel, shining, standing there and sort of looking over the congregation. And as you come in, he says, "More worshippers for our Lord, the Platinum Dragon. Have a seat and give an offering." and make a prayer.
Okay, I will. I'm going to turn to the party and especially giving Womble a glance and say, try not to cause too much trouble.
And as
if you
you
can.
walk in, a lot of the worshippers there look at you because they're not too used to seeing Dragonborn or Draken blood individuals. And because you're silver, you're sort of platinum coloured, particularly in the dim light. And there's a bit of awe around these people. As you walk up the central aisle, these people are looking at you in the congregation.
Rightfully so. I'm going to, if there's a collection plate of some kind,
Yeah.
I'll drop 10 gold into there.
Yep.
And I will go to the front altar and kneel down.
Welcome, Dragonblood.
Who says that?
That was obviously a divine comment. And the cleric comes up to you and says, "Are you the Dragonblood who was tended to yesterday?"
Yes, I was.
And you've come to pay your respects to the Lord Barmut.
I have.
That is right and correct.
I would like to commune with him, if possible.
Okay, so you take a pew close to the altar.
Yep.
And what are you going to say? What are you going to do?
Well, I'll take it as a good sign that I didn't just instantly burst into flame on the way in. I think that's good.
Yeah.
I have not been into one of these temples for a very long time. But I will offer thanks for saving me or helping to save me.
Yeah.
Without really knowing why.
Okay. This temple, this is a secondary temple, although it is being used at the moment because the major cathedral is being constructed. And as you say that, the rain stops outside and the sun comes out, and the glass and crystal windows refract the light which sparkle around you. The Platinum Lord gives you his beneficence. Do you serve him?
Yes.
That is well and good. Spread his word. Be true to the laws of this land. Those people who are weaker than you, defend them. Don't give sweets to kids.
You see much.
I do see much. I think you will do well. And the priest comes up to you and puts his hands on your forehead. And Bazir, you feel like somebody's rummaging through your memories. You have a difficult past and a difficult heritage. You need to expunge that. You will know what that means. And at the moment you don't. But I'll email it to you.
The Lord saideth to me, I will send you an email.
I will send you an email or a WhatsApp.
Hamlet moves in mysterious ways.
And through text message.
And through text message, absolutely.
Instant communication, you see.
So you spend a little bit more while there, and the rest of you are a little uncomfortable in this space. It's not what you're used to, but there is an air of calm and tranquility and order, and everything's in its right place. But the building is very new. The foundation is the original foundation, which has been built up on rapidly. So, Bazir, you get up from your contemplation and you leave the temple. What are you going to do?
Well, I'll have a quick word with the party.
Yep.
I'll point over to the other temple and explain that is Kord, the god of thunder and fighting, and that they will almost certainly have some sort of fighting rings in there. Anybody anybody feel like pursuing that? Anyone got a god they wish to fight for?
I think it might be good to hash out our argument in their words.
I'll fight for the gods of tits and wine if they have
Holy water, by any chance? Did they have any?
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
water?
Yeah, the kind of thing that we went here for in the first place.
Is that why we came here?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, so
Oh,
you
I
get
just wanted to
backstory.
speak to Bahamut.
Okay.
Baz, it sounds like you want to go into just the Temple of Kord.
Oh, I probably shouldn't. I should
You
probably.
probably should. I think, as your husband, I 100% condone this. Not condone this. I am happy with this. I think it's a great idea. Got to explore your options, my love.
Well, I wasn't thinking so much explore my options as show these followers of Kord what a someone who follows Bahamut is like
Ooh,
in the ring.
Ooh. Could kick their puny little asses.
What does the rest of the party think about this?
I think it would be hilarious to watch you get zapped repeatedly with lightning.
And maybe as a consolation prize, they'll give you some bloody holy water.
Well, maybe that's a place you guys could inquire about holy water, and I could work out some tensions.
We can certainly walk in there, watch you get beaten up, see if it's holy water.
Good laugh.
If not, I will wander up to the Elven Temple later to pass.
Thanks,
Okay,
Dad.
so what are you going to do then?
I think I've managed to convince everyone to go into this other temple.
Okay, so there is a temple which is again was razed to the ground during the Chroma Conclave assault. Has been rebuilt from wood and stone, and it is rather basic. It is large. It is domed. It's like a basilica type dome, and there are steps that go up to a front double door. The doors are open, and outside there are two guards wearing martial equipment. You walk up into there, and they say, "Welcome to the House of Kord."
Hello there. I am a follower of Bahamut, and I was wondering whether you had someone who could.
They point across the way. Bahamut, whose temple is there.
It is. I know which temple I'm at. I believe yours is the god of fighting.
Well, not just fighting.
Thunder, of
This is
course.
the god's brawl ring. But this is not a holy day, so there are no tournaments today.
How about a bit of gentle sparring for a follower of Bahamut?
Well, enter.
Appropriate song for this.
So you
anyone-
walk in, and it's dark inside. There are a few torches flickering on the walls, which aren't giving out any smoke. and the center of this area is a sand pit, which is circular, with 4 large pillars which are holding up the ceiling of the basilica. And around the outside were rows upon rows and rows of benches and seats. Sorry, seats, stone seats, benches. And there are people milling around inside. There are a few people there. There are old veterans sitting there, mumbling to themselves, praying. And in the centre of the sand area in the middle, you can see sitting there on the ground, there is a skinny man just wearing a simple linen shirt and a simple pair of trousers.
Okay, if one of you guys would like to source some holy water,
Gonna beat down that old man, are you?
well, I can only ask.
So you
Great distraction by fighting
your
with
armour. Is it
Sorry?
in your armour?
I am in my armour, but I
Okay.
would certainly not think to attack an unarmed man
Okay.
wearing
So
it.
you walk down the steps into, it's like a hollow in this area, almost like a circus ring. And in the centre there is this man sitting there who's just sitting there. His eyes are closed, his legs are crossed. It's the light of the torches is illuminating him just. And a man in armour comes up to you and says, and puts his arm on your shoulder. You approach the master. What are your intentions?
My intentions are to find someone worthy, and I found this temple may be the place.
This is a temple for Cord. We are here of the martial arts, and I see you are of a martial persuasion yourself. Do you wish to test yourself against Cord?
I do.
We have a holy tournament every month, but that is not for another 10 days yet.
10 days.
10 days.
10 days.
That's 20
That's-
days.
If you wish to, if you wish to
That's almost 2 weeks.
converse and spar with the master, well, will Cord be with you?
Thank you. I will, without approaching, I will appraise the master. Is there
Okay,
anything I can learn?
So he's in his early 50s. He is clean shaven. His hair is very short and greying. His eyes are closed. His legs are crossed. He's just sitting there. He is obviously in a trance.
Give it a shot.
I don't know if even Baz is stupid enough to fight the master of a fighting temple. That seems like a silly idea even for him.
Nah.
and he you blink and he's standing up, and his eyes are open, looking at you. You coming in or not?
Well, it's your temple. I will accept the invite.
If you step into this holy ring, you will only be going out on your back. You know that, don't you?
I think that is very likely. But I do not shy away from a fight.
Step into the holy space.
Hey, well, fully armored, then I will step in.
Okay. So
This
he's-
worries even more that he's happy with that.
Okay, so you step in there.
Yep.
And then suddenly there's a dong, dong, and there's a light that just illuminates the central part. May Cord bless those who will fight for him in his honor. And you can see now around the outside, all the other people there who were praying are now paying rapt attention to what's going to happen here. And the master's just standing there. And he looks at you and he holds out his hands. And he does that Bruce Lee thing with his fingers. Come.
Okay. I will give him a small bow. And I will attempt to attack.
Do you want to roll for initiative then?
Oh
God,
no.
where did this come
What
from?
have I done? What have I done?
I don't know what you've done.
You need to find someone taking bets.
Oh, not a bad idea. You might
No,
as well
you're
make
not
some
allowed
money out of it. I know who all of your bets are going on.
You, of course.
Oh, bloody hell.
I think the idea, Fabius, is that we.
I withdraw
win
that
money?
bet.
It's not a bet about who's winning. It's just about how long you'll last.
Okay. So, he's just standing there. So what did you roll for initiative?
2.
Sorry?
2.
2. Okay. Can I just...
If he's going to get like 3 attacks before I move.
Let me just... I haven't got him anywhere. Let's just make up a new NPC quickly.
I was just thinking, I probably should have asked all the guys here to cast spells on me. I could have gone into this with haste and that thing that Dak does. I always forget what it's called, Helping Hand or something like that.
Why do I have?
It wouldn't help you too much in this case.
Why do I have this vision of that very popular meme where you get the Japanese guy saying "No Shinderu," Nani? And you're just like,
Omewa no shinderu. Nani?
exactly.
Oh dear.
Is it a
You
Watch Dojo?
you are
Yeah.
already dead. You're gonna get 5 fist palmed in the chest.
That's it. I died the moment I stepped in. I just haven't realised it yet.
Yeah, your body
You actually
hasn't
died
caught up yet.
yesterday, Bad. Baz.
I'm too slow to die.
Okay. So I can't. I haven't set it set up, so I can't. Okay. So his initiative is 24. Okay?
Nice, nice.
And he just stands there.
Okay.
He's just standing there. His arms down by his side. His eyes are closed. Arms down by his side, and he's just this light on him. The ground is sand, dusty sand, and now you can't actually see outside of this ring because there's a light sort of coming down,
Okay.
and he's just doing nothing.
Okay. I will, on my turn then, I will attempt to take a swing. Not with my sword. Just a straight-armed punch.
Okay.
Someone will have to let me know how unarmed strikes work. If
It is 1 plus your strength score.
Yep.
1 plus my strength score.
Yep.
So to hit, it's just the regular attack plus proficiency, because everyone's proficient with unarmed attacks, and the damage is 1 plus your strength.
Okay, can I add my strength to that attack?
Yes,
or do I
you
not
can.
get
Yes,
to
you can.
Okay, so it's basically a strength test for me then.
It's a regular attack, mate.
Right. Okay.
Yep. So roll to hit.
10.
Okay. He
That's
doesn't
a
even
save,
move, and you
Baz.
miss him.
Yeah, my attacks get +8, and a save gives me +8, so I just went with that.
see.
So what did you roll, Baz?
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Altogether, and
so
they
he
got
doesn't
10.
even move, and you lunge forward and you miss him. And you get 2 attacks, of course.
Okay, bear with me. So actually, that should have been even less, but it doesn't seem to be working anyway. So, sorry, that a 13 on the second one.
15.
I'm minusing 2 because I only get the +8 when I have a melee weapon and no other weapons, and of course I'm not wielding a melee weapon at the moment, so it's just +6. I have no
that's
idea.
For damage. That's for damage, isn't it?
Yeah. What's your strength score, mate?
Strength is 20.
So +5, and
+5.
so +8 to hit.
Yeah. So you got 15.
Okay.
Okay,
Good thing.
so he's not moving, and a fist goes over his left shoulder, and a fist goes over his right shoulder, and he's just not doing anything.
Does the dueling damage apply to punches?
No, I can't imagine so.
No.
Okay.
So, and he's just and his go, he is not going to do anything.
Okay.
4. Not holding anything back, Baz.
No, that's it. I'm going in again. I'm going to tie myself out, aren't I? Okay, 19 on that one.
Okay. So he's standing there, and you get infuriated. You throw a punch, and you hit him in his stomach, and it's like hitting a brick. Okay, but you do hit him. Do some damage.
Damage. Okay. So that is going to be 1 plus my strength, isn't it? So that's just 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. Okay, and he looks as though he hardly even felt it. And you get another attack.
Yep. 17.
Okay. And this time you go to launch at him, and he just turns to the side, and your punch goes into the space where he was standing. And now his go. Is this all that you could offer our Lord Cord?
Yeah.
I would suggest that you need to retrain.
Oh, snap. You're going to take that, Bazir. Punch him in the dick.
You can hear some cheering coming from the side, and Fabius, you hear, I don't think he's going to last 2 goes. 3, 1 hit and he'll be down. No, 2, 1. Okay, and you can see some wages going down.
2 hits. Him hitting Baz hitting the floor.
So, Baz, what are you doing?
I'm going to disappoint everyone, and I'm going to bow to him and walk away.
Oh, snap.
As you bow, a knee comes up.
Oh dear.
Okay.
That's 48 hit points.
And, no, it's not. No, it's not.
It's 60.
It's called. Could you make a? So, because you're bowing, basically. I'm just going to say he's going to hit you. Could you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Yep. There we go. Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. So his knee comes up and hits you in the face, and you take 12 damage.
Yep.
And you're seeing stars. You almost black out, but you don't completely. Oh, that's the first bit of fight that you've shown. And he pushes his palm against you. Your armor, and he just pushes your palm against your armor and pushes you backwards. I'm not even going to give you the courtesy of a proper fight. Be gone.
Thank you.
Give him
And
the eye.
I will be gone.
Boo! Boo! Master! And he goes back, and he's just sitting there in the centre of the ring, and the light goes down, and you just see these smoking torches in the background. And as you come out, Bazir, you've got a great big bruise on the side of your face. One of your teeth is loose, and one of the acolytes stroke guards comes up and goes, "That was foolish.
Yes.
It's fortunate the master is in a contemplative mood today."
Well, I feel I did fairly well. We got 1 hit off each, so.
I think you came out worse.
You need to practice.
It would look
you
that
are
one.
going to follow Cord, then Cord demands the best. And you do not have that. If you wish to pray, you can pray. But I warn you, do not enter that fighting ring again unless you are at a level where you can compete.
Maybe next time, a stable boy or something like that, rather than the master for my first try. Just as an aside, where do we stand on praying to gods and stuff? Do they get annoyed if it's more than one, or is that an option? I don't really know how it works.
Well, you can't go cheating on your god, man.
I don't know.
I disagree with that.
They see everything.
I think they would appreciate the cunning of asking for multiple sets of help. It's like calling your brother when you're going to a fight. Just because you know you might not win, but if you bring him, you're guaranteed to win.
Well, in
Not against this guy.
Wouldn't you pray to the god of war going into a fight and the goddess of the land going when you're putting out your crops and things like that?
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
Seems like cheating, but what do I know?
Okay, I will offer a small prayer then while I'm in here, and say I have much to learn. I will come back when I am more worthy.
You can hear a very faint echo of laughter as you leave.
So, guys, how did you get on with the holy water? I took a beating
What?
for this.
What
Did we
holy
get
water?
a couple of litres?
I forgot. I didn't realise that's what we were there for. Yeah, you know how it feels.
Bazir, I
You
have
didn't
no
get
idea
punched
what
in
you're
the
talking about.
face.
Bazir, are you okay? I think you're still recovering.
I'm
You
probably
just
stumbling
woke up
around a
and
bit,
walked
yeah.
to this guy's temple and asked to pick a fight with an old guy and lost.
Well, we both walked away from it, to be fair.
That doesn't count as winning.
Yeah. Well, yeah, well, that's a very good point. Yeah, fair enough. So anyway, it doesn't kind of take away from the point that you went into a temple to beat up an old guy.
And lost.
You could have
walked
just
away
fought
from
Womble, to be honest.
No,
Exactly.
You didn't see what happened in there, right? It was very
We
bright.
saw an old guy beat you up.
Yeah, but you couldn't hear him. He whispered to me,
Did
Look.
he?
just, I need to save face in front of all of the guys in here. I'm going to knee you in the face. Just pretend it hurts. It's not going to, because I'm weak.
Can I poke it then? Can I poke your bruise?
Well, it's a real bruise. I mean, I hit myself.
Oh, you cunning fox.
None of you would believe this. He can't tell a lie for his life, does he? Have you seen any time he's tried to argue with anyone?
Womble will just play along. For the sake of love.
Womble, you know now.
14 on deception.
Womble, you know Bazir well enough that when he does lie, he blinks a lot.
I'm kind of squinting out of my right eye as well. So I kind of
Twitching.
Have you got something in your eye? You're blinking quite a bit.
ow, every time ow.
Well, anyway, Bazir, that was very, very cool, though. Very
Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought so. So no holy water as yet.
Then,
Are there any more temples around?
you
Wait, how
can
many
to
more
me, I can
punches
make-
do you want?
Hold on a sec. I've got an idea. I'm going to go back across the road into the Temple of Bahamut.
Yep.
I'm going to look for one of the junior-looking priests. You know, the ones he's just got his robes. He's looking a bit uncomfortable. He's really not too confident with his
Okay, make a insight roll for me then, please.
insight roll. That is 15 plus 3, 18.
Okay, well, you can see a young acolyte. His beard has not yet grown. He's not yet had to shave. He is young, and he is there.
I'm going to walk
and
over.
he is tending. He is just replacing some of the candles in the chandelier.
Hello.
Hello, sir. My son, and he's only about 15, and he's obviously learnt this line from you.
Right. I have been sent here to let you know I am on a mission from the Raven Queen to kill the undead. And for that, I am giving you the honor of giving us holy water, which we will pay you for. And maybe the Raven Queen will like you a bit more.
Holy water. Oh well. Yes. Well, we can create holy water here. I can't do that yet. It's not within my gift yet. Bahamut, the Lord Bahamut, has not given me the ability to do that. But come with me, sir. And he pushes you forward to one of the more senior clerics. Young Ralph says that you wish to have some holy water. Why is that?
Yes, indeed. We are on a mission from a god, the Raven Queen, and we might be fighting undead things. You know how it is with,
Well,
us priestly folk.
I suggest you ask for this from the Mistress of Ravens then.
Well, see, I thought that, but they said no, it had to be platinum dragon water. Apparently it's something to do with the chakras and the spirits and all that.
Can you make a deception roll for me, please?
Deception. That fell off the table. What is it? It's on the floor. That is... Oh my god, it's a 19! So -1, so 18.
Oh, what did I get? 5. Really? Oh, well, if that is the case, well, there is a fee for holy water from Bahamut's holy water.
Oh, of course. I mean, we wouldn't ask the church to do anything charitable.
25 gold pieces for special anointed water from the font of the altar.
For you, Padre, 25 it is.
Okay. And he takes you to a... it's like a christening bowl, but it's next to the altar. And he said, do you have a container you wish me to fill?
Reach into my pocket and pull out an empty hip flask.
And he looks at that and goes, okay, well, I think that probably will not be adequate. And he gives you, and he gets 2 glass vials, and he fills 2 up for you. That's 50 gold pieces worth it. So you got 2 bottles of holy water.
How wonderful. They said you were good at the temple.
Yes, and we do take more donations. The 25 gold pieces is what it costs us, but you can contribute more, my son.
Well, I've only been given enough for this batch, but we will certainly let you know if we need more Bahamut or holy water, because that's the good stuff.
And as you see this, the water within this font fills up again. And there's a slight blue shimmer to it.
Man, your one's way cooler. Our one's just like creepy with all the dead bodies in it.
Yes, well, we are, as you would say, cool, which is why the Lord Bahamut is the head of all the gods.
You know it.
I do.
Well, that's great.
And he proffers you the vials of holy water.
I will take the 2 vials of holy water and pocket them away, and I will hand him the 50 gold pieces.
There we go. And he puts it into a pouch on his side. He says, "Bless you, my son."
Bless you, and as they say in our church, you're gonna die. Bye.
And he looks slightly bemused as you walk off. He takes a pouch out and he gives it to one of his acolytes. Whispers to him, and it gets taken away.
And I'm going to make my way back into the Temple of Korg.
Okay.
That's it. Do I see the party, or have they
No,
now
they'll come out
left
now. They'll
to
come out.
steal a airship?
No.
Hey guys, I got holy water. Check this out. And I reach in and I pull out the 2 vials.
Okay. And there's this slightly, this is clear liquid with a slight blue tinge to it.
So, who's up for shots?
No, I think we probably want to keep hold of these.
Yeah, of course. I'm joking, of course. Who would like them?
I actually wouldn't mind taking one.
And you get holy water?
Thank you.
Any other takers?
What do you use them
I'll
for?
pass.
Well, I imagine if it's holy stuff, it's probably bad against things that holy things don't like.
Ah, like Wumble.
Well, now, yeah. He was probably fine before, but now.
Oh, if there's no other takers, I will hold on to this for now.
You go for it.
Wonderful. So, what's next on the agenda?
I don't know. I think we've gone actually backwards.
Is there a god of the ocean that I can challenge to a swimming contest or something like that?
Yes, he's called Akatoa.
Ah,
Akatoa.
I feel like we should be
Akatoa.
making some more direct progress into our newest objective.
To watch all this has gone, I've already gone. I'm halfway
Can't
there.
believe we didn't get many more Akatoas there. I was very disappointed.
Ukatoa.
Akatoa.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, yes, you digress.
So is this your challenge in life then, Baz? Is to get punched in the face in every temple?
To lose to whatever their godhood is, I lose to it, but graciously.
It's a respectable goal.
Okay, so we need to...
Achievable goal.
Oh God.
Achievable goal.
Okay. So let's move forward, people. Yeah.
So
We
sideways.
don't do often.
Yeah.
Uh,
Almost
uh,
like backwards.
And let's
Make
move
sure
on.
they look- Sorry, Baz, go ahead.
We've broken him.
The old man
Broken all
broke
of us.
him.
I have no idea what you guys are doing anymore.
And you think
We're
we
off the
do?
rails.
Right, let's go to a stable somewhere
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
get some cart and horses, unless there's any other preparations anyone needs. Does anyone need
cart
anything?
Horses. Could we have nice riding horses? Not some dusky old mare. Perhaps we could go and buy the cart horses, and Fabius could go and inquire of his what's the word? Associates as to whether they might have something like, I don't know, schematics to a sky ship, for example.
Ah.
I can ask. I mean, Rosie.
Well, you could ask. You could ask. That would be the decent thing to do.
I mean, if there's one person I know who would have that, it would be Rosie.
Very good. Off you go. Trot along. We'll go and buy the horses.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, master. I will be on my way. Do you want me to shine your shoes while I'm on my way out there?
No, that
Probably
won't be
steal them if you
necessary.
tried.
You can do that when you're back later. Thank you.
Steal your bloody shoes.
But the Rolling Stones are already there. I bet they've got it done.
It's already finished and they're already on their way back.
They rolled their way over, that's why.
There we go. There we go. We just wait for them to be on the way back with it, and we rob them.
Oh, I like that idea.
That plan's got some mileage in it.
I quite like Fabius's idea, not Fabius's, Fen's idea personally. I think Fabius should go to the class and speak to people for schematics.
So, hang on. So, are we talking about schematics for stealing one or making one?
One or both.
Flying one. There's no point stealing one if you don't know how to fly it. Not that we would want to steal one, of course. That would be ludicrous.
Never going to be able to come back here ever again, are we?
Doesn't matter, there's only 2 continents here, so...
I'll better put it up just to
Oh,
entice you.
Mock us.
Does look very cool.
yeah.
Nobody, Bazir is suggesting that we steal a skyship. I was merely interested as a scholar in the schematics as to how such a thing would work and how interesting it would be to know how one would fly such a thing were one to have such a thing, which of course we don't.
Of course not, because we would never steal a skyship.
Certainly not. Heaven forbid even the suggestion that we would steal such a thing.
Oh, fine. Let's steal the bloody thing. We're never getting past this, so apparently we've got to steal
So
one.
what are you going to do?
The fact
Okay.
is, if we
You're
steal
standing-
one of these, we
You're
cannot
standing in the middle of
complete
the
this
street
task.
discussing about how to steal a skyship.
I hope you find they're discussing how to steal a skyship. I'm looking kind of awkward, as though I don't really want to be here, because I know how this game works, and talking very openly about what you're about to do generally doesn't go well when you go into a court.
Right, let's take the advice of the thief. Where should we go?
Okay, my suggestion, you guys want horses?
Yes.
Well, where have we got horses from before? Rosie.
Oh dear.
That said, I'm going to owe her another favour, and they are just building up.
Well, at this point, I mean, does it make any difference if you have another one?
No, but I prefer to just pay her.
Yeah, we can pay her, I'm sure.
Mm.
Alright, cool, let's go to the coach house then.
Okay, so you go to the coach house, and you get there. There is it's early afternoon. There is a square outside the coach house. There is the door, which you know, which is the studded oak door with the panel, and with the doorknob, which still looks slightly stained. You going to do anything with it?
Is there any way of opening the door without touching the door handle? Oh, even better? Fen, why don't you do the honours?
Fenn's disappeared. He's up in the skyship.
Fen silently nods and...
I'm so sorry. What was that? I disappeared for refreshments.
Can you go through the door, Fen?
Through the door? To what? The skyship?
We're going into the stage house.
Coach house.
Coach house.
That's your local brothel. I'm not familiar with it yet. Lead on.
So there's a brass door handle there which is stained. There's a building there which is plain frontage. To the side there is a stablery. The door itself has got a sliding panel on it. As you know before, it is manned inside.
Okay, I'll do a quick examination. Does the door handle have anything on it?
Make an investigation roll.
Investigation roll.
You're now paranoid, aren't you?
Guidance.
Of course I am. With guidance,
Yeah.
I get +4 on that now. Probably didn't need it. So that is 13 plus 7, so 20.
There is sort of a remnants of rainwater on it, you think.
Oh, that's fine. I open the door.
It doesn't open.
I knock on the door.
And the shutter slides open.
And,
Yes.
and I say in weird coded language, "How are you today?" Iman is smiling. Yes?
But the puppies are full of baked beans.
Ah, yes, but I have the vaccination.
And the door opens.
Ah, fantastic. Cool, coming in, guys.
Well, we know some of you.
Oh,
Who's this? He points at Fen.
you see, hits many branches on way down.
Okay. But only if roller skates are under the armpits.
Agreed, but then rain clouds bring me smiles.
Porcupines.
Bravo.
And you come in. And as you come in, there was this man there with an eye patch on, a toothless grin, wearing a vest, sweating despite the cold. And as he walked through Fen, he looks at you and goes, porcupine. Porcupine. And you walk in. So you walk into the coach house, and inside you see the inside tavern area with a bar behind it. There are a few people sitting there discussing things. As you come in, they look up. Some of them nod at you, Fabius. And the doorman goes, and he talks to some of the other people, and they all point at you, Fen, and go, porcupine. Porcupine.
As I make my way in, do I find my halfling friend / boss?
Make a perception roll.
Perception. That is a natural 1.
No, you do not.
So that is a 10 total.
So you go up to the bar and the barkeep there. What you want?
Morning. I am looking.
Afternoon.
The sun's still in the sky. It's basically the same.
Happy some time of day.
Have you seen our mutual acquaintance? The small one. The angry small one.
Ah, Rosie. Well, she doesn't come here much. She's normally at the Laughing Lamia.
Oh, is she? Blast. Oh well, you might be able to help me. I'm looking for some horses to borrow for a bit, which I will pay for in full, half up front, half on the return.
Horses we have, and we borrow them too. But if you want to pay for them, you pay for them up.
Seems to me, if you've borrowed these horses, it might be quite useful to air them out, lest someone else think about taking them.
If you want to buy some horses from us, you need to pay for them before we give them to you.
Fair trade. How much are you
How many
thinking?
horses do you want?
So, I'm thinking the possibility of getting a cart in that as well.
I'll happily pay towards a cart and 1 horse.
There you go. The man says he'll pay for a cart and a horse as well. You're already in business.
So how many horses do you want?
Let's say 4 horses and a cart.
4 horses and a cart. Well, you need to give us a day to get the horses. Get them ready, because obviously we need to make sure they're good for you.
Oh, of course.
And a cart, what sort of cart do you want?
Standard cargo.
Would you be leaving Emon relatively quickly?
Yes.
I could probably get you a cart. Yeah, if you pay up front, we can get them for you.
All right. What's the damage, my friend?
So horses, let me have a think. 65 gold each for the horse, and another 25 for the cart.
Cool. Let me confer with my colleagues, and I'll be right back.
Will the horses be rideable?
I'm buying a cart. I'm buying in the cart.
Porcupine.
Although, if we're going to get a cart, would it not make more sense to get, say, 3 horses, 2 to pull the cart and a spare one?
Well, I was actually thinking that, so 2 to pull the cart and 2 for riders.
Ah.
Unless none of you want to ride, in which case, as you say, we will just get 1 for our resident horsemaster, and then we can all ride the carts. We've done similar before.
It will
That's what I was
depend on the
thinking.
horses they show up with. If they show up with a decent draft horse, then a driver and 1 person on the cart will work nicely with the. Then you can have another 3 people on horses. Maybe, yeah, a driver and 2 on the cart, and then 3 on horseback.
Question: do we have to bring the stuff back?
Who are you asking?
It's Fabius.
I would say no, but if we did, we'd probably get some of our money back.
Did you ask
With
for the
the with the speedy departure of this cart, will this cart be able to come back into Emon at a later date?
I don't know, if we did enough damage to it, yeah, it'd be fine.
Can I make
Yeah, if
a
we change all the identifying marks,
Can I make a suggestion that we need a horse each, and there might be 2 horses to pull the cart with 2 of us on a cart at a time, but horse and cart is going to be very slow, and if we need to go fast, we will need a horse each
So,
at any point in time.
can do, but I'm not paying for all your horses.
Who knows how to ride a horse? Because I don't.
No, I don't either.
But perhaps Baz could teach us.
I could try my best. If it depends what you're doing with this cart and how big it is. One horse is fine to pull a cart with 2 people on it.
I'm leaning towards getting the 2 horses, a cart, and an extra horse for Vizier. Because
I will happily pay for 1 horse and 1 cart. So if you want more horses, by all means pay for them yourselves, but I will pay for 1 horse and 1 cart.
And I will pay for 1 schematics of a skyship.
We can modify the cart into a skyship.
So what is it? Do you want us to acquire you some transport?
yeah,
Certainly 1 cart and 1 horse, certainly for me.
I think we've come to an agreement. So let's say 2 horses, a cart, and an extra horse, something which is rideable rather than can just pull.
Okay, so you want 3 horses and a cart that you want to go in, yeah? More of
Yes.
a carriage, or do you want a cart, just an open back cart, or do you want a proper carriage that you can actually go in?
I think an open back. We might be bringing stuff with us.
A proper carriage that will make us comfortable. We have nothing to carry on the way there. We can
Oh,
always
right.
sell the carriage and get a cart on the way back.
Sounds as though a carriage
The
is.
carriage would be 100 gold pieces.
Very good. Dak or somebody was
And
paying
of
for
course,
it.
you
I
need
can't
some
remember.
feed for the animals as well. You need some food. You need to be able to feed them.
Oh, there's plenty of grass.
Surely there are coach houses on the journey.
Don't worry, we'll take care of that. We understand, of course, that a good salesman, once he's sold, he knows his customers are happy, right?
Yeah. All right. So,
So it sounds to me it's 295 gold pieces for facilitation.
so you want a carriage, 3 horses, and a facilitation. That's 20 gold pieces for the facilitation.
Very funny.
And you actually, with your, can you make an insight roll for me, please?
Is that me? That is a 19 plus 3, so
He
22.
has no idea what facilitation means, so he's just going to put it on the price.
Yeah, I'm just going to say that facilitation means delivery.
Could you convince him that facilitation means all the sort of riding tackle plus feed for a week?
Well, no, I've just told him what facilitation means.
You fool.
Oh, harsh. Brilliant. Can you meet us outside of the Erudite Quarter Gate, say tomorrow afternoon? There's a inn outside, which is very good. DM, this is a Roth question. What was the name of the inn we stayed at before we came into Imon?
Now you're asking. It was the Drunken Drum, wasn't it?
I think it was the drum.
I believe so.
Upper slums, that was north.
It was the upper slums. There's a bit of a detour to go to the upper slums because we're going east.
Just meet us on the East Gate
Yeah, meet us by the east gate.
and bring schematics for the skyship.
On the Silvercut roadway.
Yep.
Schematics? What? What's the schematics? I'm
I'll
trying to
have-
get you for 5 gold pieces.
Fabius, would you care to explain?
Oh no, Womble, be my guest.
Okay. Good sir, this is a matter of utmost delicacy.
What?
Well, can I firstly ask where your allegiances lie with the transportation services of Amon?
What?
Can I
Do you
have
want
someone?
beer or what? Is that a beer?
No, thank you, sir.
Oh.
I am looking for. Is there someone else I could also speak to as well?
I'll
Perhaps
slightly butt in. Just say the skyship outside. We want the designs for one. Can you get them?
The skyship.
Yes.
5 gold pieces, I could do it for you.
What, the actual full designs for skyship?
More or less, yeah.
Not just a
Inspection
picture.
before payment.
Sorry?
Inspection before payment, so we can review that these schematics are correct.
No, you pay first.
I got money to pay. 2.5 gold now. 2.5 gold on completion.
No. 5 now. Well, I'll do you a a diagram of the skyship.
Fabius,
Yes.
where's this Rosie you always speak about? The one that sent Henry?
I'm sorry, I phased out for a second there, Womble. What did you say about Ambrosia?
I apologise. I was eating those lovely lemon cakes. Where's this Rosie you talk about? That the one that sent Henry the snail that Bazir nearly drowned.
Oh, if I know Rosie, she's in more trouble than we are.
Oh. Who is her next sort of superior
Oh,
or underling?
oh, well, that would be me.
Oh, Fabius, I would like to hire you to steal the schematics of the, or acquire. Still is a strong word, but acquire some schematics of a flying ship. If that's okay.
I mean, it's a possibility, but don't take 2 jobs on at once. Let me finish my current one, and then I'll have a look into it for you.
How much is a current job worth?
It's about 5,000 gold pieces.
Is that it? I will give you love and 3,000 gold pieces to do this job first.
I'll have a think about it. But in the meantime, let's finish this job. I need to plan this. If you want these schematics, it's not a simple snatch and grab.
Yeah, I would really recommend a group called the Waffle House. They're a very good group.
Oh, I've heard good things about them.
Oh,
apparently they've got a very stylish man amongst them.
Yeah, I've heard his name is Gordon.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Brilliant. On with the business.
I am so confused.
Yeah. So,
So am I.
What are you guys doing now?
I will go to my friend and I will give him 295 gold pieces.
Oh, good.
And say, cool. The Silver Cut Roadway tomorrow. What time? First-
Sun up.
Sun up. Sounds like a plan. I will see you then, and I will just show him Subtlety's dagger, Subtlety's handle, and say, you know the rules. So, I look forward to seeing you.
I'll see you then. Well, somebody will see you then. It won't be me.
Oh, of course. But I know where you work.
Yeah.
If there's any customer complaints.
And we know where you work too.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad we have an understanding. Good day.
Good day.
Cool.
As we
okay.
leave, I'll just yell out porcupine for the sake of it.
And the whole, everybody in the inn just falls around laughing.
He gets it.
And just before you leave, the man on the door, Fabius, he holds your arm, he grabs your arm, and he says in Thieves' Cant, be careful out there. Something is afoot. People are going missing.
I will respond. Yes, but I'm the danger, so they should watch out for me.
Okay. You are warned. And you let you out and close the door behind you.
Fantastic. Okay, guys, we have got our transportation.
Done
Can I-
nothing today.
I think you'll find that we had character moments where we all discovered things about ourselves.
Bazir got punched in the face.
Bazir found that he can take on thousands of goblins, but that one old man in town, he's a tough cookie.
I think we've also laid the plans for stealing a skyship as well.
No, we're not going to steal a skyship.
Not this session, anyway.
Probably.
Well, I think we get modified memories at some point, so...
Hey,
so
I mean,
how long you believe that for?
stealing a skyship? No. Stealing a skyship schematics? Hey, that's possible.
That's
Good-
doable.
Good luck trying to build it.
So it is late in the evening. By the time you get back to Levere Croc, you have an evening's entertainment in the tavern. Jordan, you go for a bath in the Brandished Iron. And you-
Productive days. I've got to, clean up.
yeah, and you remove the grime of the city from you and the soot from Thordak's crater, and you have a night's sleep. And on waking before dawn, You get up. You get given some bread for your journey, and you pay up your account for the room, which will work out. It's probably going to be about 50 gold pieces each for the time you've been there. And you go to what you going to do? You're going to go straight to the Eastern Gate, yeah?
I would suggest that. Also, can everyone subtract 50 gold, please, unless they're going to cheapskate me?
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
Oh my god, every single one of you paid? I'm proud of you guys.
So you go. You get to the East Gate in the Erudite Quarter. It is a clear day. It is cold. It's crisp. There's a hoarfrost on the ground. You're one of the first to leave the gates as they're opened. And outside you see a cart with a tarpaulin cover. You see 2 draft horses, and you see 1 riding horse. It's Roach.
Very well done.
We will stop there.
We're not leaving today, are we? Cousin Bran has breathed his last breath.
You wanted a riding horse? There's one in the stable. Sorry, Baz.
Give up. I give up.
At least to be well trained.
Is a young man there with his accomplice, who is his looks very similar. It looks like his younger brother. They hand you the reins of Roach and the cart and the cart horse, and they slip away into the morning. And then the day is yours. And then we'll stop there. Unless anybody wants to do anything else like you normally do. Oh, I'll do this. Oh, I'll do that.
Don't tempt us.
Guys, we're not seriously going to steal a skyship, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Who's that stealing, by the way? What I mean by stealing is
It
just
doesn't-
acquiring one.
It doesn't really matter how you tart up the words, it's still the same thing.
Well, what happens if we were just to simply acquire one, hire a crew to man it for us, and completely set all the prices ourselves and where it goes?
Well, there you go.
Here's,
Look at it. Just drool.
here's a funny idea, right? How's about we help Brant close up the scar, and then we appeal to the council to give us one as a reward?
I don't want.
We need to have one of these at some point, and I'm happy to steal it, but only when we have done everything in this region. We're happy to move on, because once this happens,
one person in your party make a history roll for me, please.
let somebody else do that, please.
It's got to be Womble because he's the most obsessed with them.
Sure. Very fitting. 3.
Go.
The ancient mythological beasts wrapped in wood.
Ah, well, you've heard of skyships, and they're normally readily available. So yeah. Although they are quite expensive, you know that. Okay. So I will stop there so I can have my dinner. And are we looking at this weekend?
I would totally, because I am cat sitting this weekend, so I would love the distraction.
Sitting.
Fen, are you available this weekend?
I mean, it's really house sitting.
Are you
with this
talking
cat.
daytimes or evenings? or-
Evenings.
Potentially, yeah. Not 100% sure yet.
Well, to put it out there, if it's doable for everyone else, Sunday evening would be better. I understand that's a bit difficult for some people, but
Well, who wants to do a little bit of organising? Or was it me again?
I don't mind. I can send something out. DM.
Yeah,
I
without
don't
being
mind.
rude,
Mike, have you seen what we're like when we try to organise something?
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
DM.
I know
I'll
that
just
feeling.
send something out, and if no one responds, then we won't do it. It's as simple as that. There we go.
So I've just my picture of Bazir going into the sand pit. There's an old man just sitting there, gangly, and just thumps him and misses.
Yeah.
Just gets twatted. Monks, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take on monks.
Well, it was the point I realised that it was unarmed combat. I was like, oh, I'm screwed.
Whoops.
I'm really bad at this, and whoever I'm
At least
fighting
you
is going to
can
be
use
really
your
good at
blade.
it.
I think you're underestimating yourself, Baz. You still do a minimum of 6 damage for every hit.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Isn't that also the maximum though?
No,
Isn't it just 6 damage?
no. I mean, it's both the minimum. It's the minimum damage. You could get a crit. You could you,
7.
True, true.
you could do 7 damage. My God, I mean, imagine doing 7 damage on a hit. Or you could take one of the new fighting styles where you get to do a D4, completely removing a monk from level 1 to 4. I don't know what they were thinking with that.
No, that doesn't sound fair.
Well, the thing is, monk goes up as it levels, whereas this is just a flat D4.
Oh, okay. No, I was very much hoping I'd be able to use sword and shield or something along those lines.
Hey, there's nothing saying you could have. You could have said, "Oh, that's it, old man. You are in trouble now." As we throw your sword and shield, and you proceed to brutally murder a priest.
I feel like I would still have lost. Only this time he wouldn't have been so kind to me.
Oh yeah.
I think we really probably had the best outcome in that particular situation.
But in that I didn't die.
Well, yes, that.
He just walked into a temple, challenged the master, and just basically got twatted.
Yeah. What was the thought process behind that?
Well, basically, originally it's the fighting place, and there'll be fighting pits. So I was going to walk in there, and I expected there to be like 7 or 8 different combats going on. There might be someone my kind of level because there's lots of different people there. It's like, no, go and beat the boss.
Well,
Go and get that guy.
There are on the days of the religious holy days,
Yeah.
where they're fighting competitions, but there was just the master of the temple, and he just went in there and he just kicked your butt.
So
it did.
So you just really wanted to just wail on someone?
Well, I thought the fact that we were kind of making it up on the spot, that there's a good chance I'd end up against someone who was fairly well matched for me.
I'm loving it. I'm learning things about Bazir. He doesn't want a fair fight. He just wants people he can easily beat down.
You know, I deem competition as something that is difficult but fair.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I'm totally with you. I totally like beating down on people lower than me. There's nothing. I mean, who needs a fair fight when you can sneak up behind them and stab them in the back?
I was basically
It's all
hoping.
about that power trip.
I was basically hoping to find some old blind guy. just batter.
Oh man, the more Bazir talks, the more which comes out. I'm sure the plan.
At least you've got the kids on your side.
That's true.
You've got the street urchins on your side.
Swarm him.
Dragon Man!
I mean, they'll believe anything you say, and that's it. It's like when you go to court, all the kids will be protesting
You are the child
outside.
catcher.
Oh no, not the child catcher.
He didn't do anything wrong. It's an abuse of justice.
Oh, dear me.
Okay, guys. All right. I shall log off this now.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mike. I don't know about everyone else, but I had a great time tonight.
That was
It's a
so
really
fun.
fun
That was
session.
so funny.
Oh, God, what have we done? You guys you really live up to your name, don't you?
Oh, the Waffle House name, I can't remember who came up with it, but it is just a stroke of genius. we haven't had it that good since the Uncivil Engineers.
No.
Right. Okay, so we're going to start. Anybody want to say anything before we go?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to send out a survey, Monkey, on what days people can and can't do over the weekend.
So for all you listeners out there on YouTube, you vote. What days are they not available for?
Exactly.
Okay, I will stop recording now. There we go.